Hey guys, this is Brad Dixon with BigYield.us and RBD Organics. This is our next video in our series of Organic Row Crop 101. Today we're going to focus on soil health. Organic farmers focus a lot on soil health, and let's face it, healthy soil gets us healthy plants, which makes for healthy people and animals. So there's a lot of different ways to improve your soil health. One, you'd want to start with a baseline, get you a soil sample, kind of see where you're starting from and how big a journey you have ahead of you. Soil health is not achieved overnight. It is a long, drawn out, takes years to improve your soil. Improvements are small increments. So cover crops is one way to a diversity of cover crops, a diversity of cash crops will play a big part in your improvement of your soil. Also, living root on your soil 365 days a year would be optimum. That's hard to achieve, but there's ways to do it. Guys will say, I'm harvesting in November. What can I put down for a cover crop that late in the year? You could aerial on into a standing cash crop, a variety of cover crops to get you something to go through the winter and also help you with cash crop the next year. And with your cover crops, every year as your soil health improves, you'll see that you start getting better cover crops, taller cover crop, more tonnage on your fields. This acts as, that means the roots are going deeper, you're getting bigger root systems, which allows for air, water infiltration, and that's another thing. The water infiltration, you'll see that improves. You get an inch of rain quick, and after years of these practices, that water will be absorbed into the fields instead of standing in puddles or running off. Which brings us to another topic, erosion control. Having something living on the soil all the time helps protect the soil and minimizes erosion, evaporation, that sort of thing. Just gives you a better, everything just starts compounding, and your fields just get better and better every year. Your yields would slowly go up, your organic matter goes up, therefore you've got a better nutrient holding capacity. So your healthier soil is going to produce a better or a healthier crop. Therefore your pest pressure usually is less, if at all. A lot of organic farmers with good healthy soils don't have pest problems. So that's a big benefit to it as well. The benefits are endless to a healthy soil. It's worth the journey. It's a long journey, but it is well worth the journey. Another benefit to your cover crops is when it's time to terminate those in the spring. A lot of guys would disc them under, which is beneficial. That does feed the microbes, but it's also hard on soil health as well. Minimizing tillage would be better. A roller crimper. A lot of guys now are roller crimpering to terminate. That leaves a living root in the soil, and it's a slow release of those nutrients that plant, that cover crop absorbed. And also then that provides weed suppression and covers the soil so the temperature stays down, the moisture is maintained, minimizes evaporation. A lot of benefits to that as well, and there's a lot more people having success with that. We can talk about that as well. Also, minimum tillage. Tillage is hard on soil health, so minimizing tillage will move you in towards a healthier soil. Also inputs, the correct inputs. Here at Big Yield, we offer a line of WSDA certified inputs, anywhere from our seed coats to our in-furrow and our foliar, a line of foliar products. We're not going to get in depth into those products today. That's another video we're going to do. But all of those things will, and when they're all used together, the soil health will move. It probably takes about 3 years before you start to see any changes really in your soil. But I would get a soil sample every year just to make sure that I'm moving the right direction and see the improvements that I'm making on my organic matter and just everything, the loosen of your soil. You could also go out in the spring and stick a shovel in the ground and kick up a shovel full of dirt. What's your soil look like? You know, it should look like cottage cheese curds almost. You know what I mean? A good loose soil will look like cottage cheese curds, but it takes years of organic row cropping or organic cropping and cover crops to start achieving these. But after about 3 years, you'll see pretty good improvements every year. And I'd be happy to help anybody with you know, finding a cover crop that will work for you and where to locate it and the rates, and then also visit with you about the big yield products one-on-one. Anybody's welcome to call me. My number is 816-944-6225. Again, I'm Brad Dixon with Big Yield. Thank you.